A university in Utah has a new strategy to protect their students from gun violence, and that is banning the use of any words related to guns on campus. Because speech is violence. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This channel started as a mishmash of Second Amendment news, government overreach, and free speech shenanigans. It is bittersweet to go back to that because it means that someone, somewhere, is being extra stupid. Also, YouTube doesn't let me talk about those things anymore, but this is a nice little crossover that allows it. At any rate, words matter. They even mean things, but not to the extent that they need to be banned to keep people safe from their own weak constitution. Unfortunately, Utah Valley University thinks their students are so fragile that they want to get rid of all gun-related words and phrases to make sure no one is triggered in their campus-wide safe space. Though I'm not sure what they're going to replace the word triggered with. Phrases the school's inclusion committee wants people to strike from their vocabulary include things like bullet points, jump the gun, locked and loaded, held a gun to his head, shot down his idea, and armed with the truth. Which is ironic. The entire proposal is a pile of flaming hot garbage, and what better way to set that garbage on fire than with a perfectly legal flamethrower? Which makes this the perfect opportunity to tell you all about a company I recently learned about called Exothermic Technologies. They're run by firearms enthusiasts and firefighting professionals that specialize in, you guessed it, fire. Their patent-pending technology gives you state-of-the-art flamethrowers that are compact, lightweight, and backed by a lifetime warranty. The Pulsefire underbarrel flamethrower can even be mounted on a rifle, which is badass and the first of its kind. Honestly, it gives a whole new meaning to possible modifications. They're perfect for yard work, roasting marshmallows, fun at the range, or setting terrible policies on fire. And right now, discount code ACC20 can get you 20% off accessories or gear when you purchase an exothermic flamethrower at the same time. I'm not going to tell you to go buy one because YouTube won't let me do that, but they are a very interesting company. And honestly, I have a whole bunch of English ivy that I would really like to kill with fire. Anyway, the word ban was introduced in a workshop by Stephen Rimke, an assistant professor of voice and speech. He said that students needed to start policing this part of their language because of the increase in death by gun since COVID, and this increase has led to more students who have been exposed to gun violence and thus might be triggered by asking them to write a list of bullet points for an assignment. I mean, if that's what is bothering you, then please
stop it. Get some help.
Rimke said that the idea was sparked by a former student who had experienced a school shooting and asked not to sit with his back to the door, which is a reasonable request, and a lot more practical and probably helpful to his mental health than telling students they needed to ban certain words in the classroom. Especially, he says, as the student later revealed he was pro-gun, which the professor admits was very confusing, but inspired him to do more research and led him to inevitably banning language. In the name of empathy. Somehow, I feel like that's not what the student was looking for, but real empathy and understanding is no match for virtue signaling. Clearly. He encouraged students to think about the negative connotation of gun-related words and phrases and the directionality of them. For example, bullet point is bad, but at least neutral. The phrase, "they shot my idea down," is a cardinal sin because the metaphorical weapon is aimed at a person's idea. So, directional. At least he didn't go so far as to make up his own substitutions. He encouraged students to make up their own neutral or even positive nonviolent substitutions, which means there's going to be a ton of people saying random stuff and no one will know what the hell they're talking about. This is supposed to make the school a more equitable and safe place. Never mind that these words and phrases have been around for generations. Never mind that words don't make anyone less safe, except for the words the left wants to use when they report their political enemies to the Gestapo, but that's not what we're talking about here. And feeling safe from other opinions, language, and points of view is the exact opposite of what universities are allegedly supposed to do. There is no critical thinking there, just the continued churning out of generations of kids who think it's appropriate to get a degree in gender studies or political safe spacing, and then cry when they graduate and figure out that they're not going to pull in 6 figures a year. Damn, these kids make me feel old.
Get off my lawn.
These kinds of policies don't make anyone safer. All it does is put other people in control of our thoughts, speech, and bodies, which is something the left is supposed to be against. That's it for this episode of Super Awesome Fun Times Clown World. You guys know the drill for the algorithm things. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you are new here, ring that notification bell because otherwise YouTube will never tell you when there is a new video. I seriously have people emailing me and messaging me all the time saying, well, I haven't seen anything on your channel in 6 months. I upload 3 times a week, my friends. 3 times. Sometimes even more. So if you want to watch the videos, ring the bell or just check the page. Few times a week. That'll work too. At any rate, as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.